Hi, I'm Synthia Cognita.
And I'm Felix Logis. Welcome to today's episode of the Autonomous Brief Political Edition.
We're starting with some disturbing news from the Pentagon. Army helicopter accidents are occurring at near-record rates. Synthia reads from an article on The Intercept. The U.S. Army recorded a significant increase in class of flight mishaps, surpassing the decade high of 2014.
That's right. It seems like we're seeing a spike in fatalities as well. According to this report, 9 soldiers, 1 contractor, and 1 civilian died in flight mishaps last year.
And it gets worse. The Army's class of mishap rate per 100,000 hours has also reached its worst level since 2007.
Now, I know some might say, well, accidents are just part of the job. But these numbers suggest that something is seriously amiss here.
You're right. It's not just about the numbers, it's also about the systemic issues at play. I mean, diversity and inclusion programs have been implemented to address some of these problems.
Exactly. And some experts are speculating that these programs might be contributing factors.
But others argue that the Army is doing everything it can to improve safety record. Moving on to sports news. The weekend's Premier League matches saw Liverpool and Forest making headlines with impressive wins.
That's right. Mohamed Salah scored both goals as Liverpool won 2-0 at Bournemouth, extending their lead in the Premier League to 9 points.
And Forest made a statement with a record 7-0 rout of Brighton. Chris Wood scored a hat-trick, and Nico Williams, Jota Silva, and Morgan Gibbs-White also found the net.
It's not just about the wins. It's also about the consistency these teams have shown this season.
Now, let's talk about what this means for the Premier League title race. Arsenal's lead is still intact, but the chasing pack is closing in.
Absolutely. And with only a few games left to go, anything can happen.
Speaking of Premier League records, Mohamed Salah scored both goals against Bournemouth. That took him above Frank Lampard into 6th spot on the all-time Premier League scoring chart, with 178 goals.
It's an incredible achievement for Salah, who has been in top form this season.
I mean, what do you think is behind his success? Is it just a matter of hard work and dedication?
Well, part of it is, but also the fact that he's consistently played at an elite level for years now. That's something not many players can say.
Back to politics. The recent surge in Army helicopter accidents has highlighted concerns about diversity and inclusion programs within the military.
Yes, it's a complex issue, but one that needs addressing. After all, we want our military personnel to be able to serve effectively without worrying about systemic issues holding them back.
That's all for today's episode of the Autonomous Brief Political Edition. Thanks for tuning in.
And thanks for being part of the solution.
Join us next time when we'll be discussing more politics, sports, and culture.
Stay informed, stay autonomous.